Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all of you within our vast network of social media and our highly esteemed global partners. Recently, church and traditional leaders as well as other stakeholders met at Shepherd Hill Baptist Church, Obanikoro, Lagos, to discuss and chart a way out of the ridiculous and obnoxious federal government of Nigeria's initiative, Ruga, Rural Grazing Authorities, and Nigeria's Waterways Bill. Unfortunately, the well-intentioned assembly missed the foundational premise of Ruga. They therefore missed a good opportunity to confront Ruga headlong and adequately. Ruga, the federal government's funded establishment of militarily secured cattle colonies in every of the first 747 local governments of the country, is a palliative compromise, an appeasement to the latest terrorist organization in Nigeria, loosely called armed bandits. Today, we shall put on record the well-known and documented facts of recent history that is in public domain by addressing the origin of this Fulani armed banditry, which has added a never-seen-before and unprecedented dimension to the widespread fear for human lives in Nigeria. Armed banditry has thus added an upscaled dimension to the terrorism affecting every household in the country. Modern-day armed banditry operations in Nigeria, which is now under the loose control of a relatively new organization, FUNAM, the Fulani Nationality Movement, must be clearly distinguished and differentiated from the continuing isolated and sporadic incidences of armed robbery which started after Nigeria's civil war of the mid-60s to late 60s. Nigeria's first experience of the plague of terrorism in modern times was Boko Haram, which was swiftly followed by Fulani herdsmen Islamist militia. Both these terrorist organizations gained and maintained the infamy of being two of the most 5 notorious terrorist groups in the world. Armed banditry is now the third and most lethal force of terrorism invasion of Nigeria. The question is, how did armed banditry begin in Nigeria? For the records, and in a recent publication titled Ribadu is Not Talking Nonsense, it was stated that Fulanis are killing people because they are angry with Buhari. He has abandoned them. Again, I repeat, Fulanis are killing people because they are angry with Muhammadu Buhari because he has abandoned them. Bandits were created by General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, to oust Jonathan. By origin, armed bandits are neither Boko Haram nor herdsmen militia, but they have morphed into the same goal of Islamist Fulani jihadist supremacist and domination of indigenous Nigerians, their lands, and natural resources. It all started in April 2014 when Muhammadu Buhari assembled his ardent supporters, promoters, and strategists to determine how to remove President Jonathan Goodluck. Prominent among these ardent supporters were Malam Nasir El-Rufai and General Abdurrahman Bello Dambazau. A decision was reached to consult MACBAN, also known as Mayati Allah Cattle Breeders Association, of which Buhari is still up to today a life grand patron, for assistance to boot Jonathan Goodluck out of office. Consequently, the national chairman of Mayati Allah was engaged to bring in foreign mercenaries. Within a month, 2,000 Fulani fighters were brought in from Mali, Senegal, Niger Republic, Chad, Libya, to name but a few. Further 4,000 fighters were stationed in Niger and Chad on standby. On arrival, the Fulani mercenaries were assembled in Kaduna under the command of Nasir el-Rufai and were addressed by various northern leaders, including the Sultan of Sokoto, General Muhammadu Buhari, and others. Specifically, General Buhari in his address told the fighters that the British handed Nigeria over to us, the Fulanis, at independence. The land Nigeria belongs to us. We must reclaim what belongs to us. He added that at the event that Jonathan Goodluck won the election, the 2015 election, the Fulani machinery must fight until they regain control of the country. Please, let us be reminded that the Buhari pre-election 2011 quotes that the blood of monkeys and baboons, meaning indigenous Nigerians, would flow. Buhari assured his Fulani mercenaries that the Nigerian army was behind them. The mercenaries received initial training from the commandant of the Nigerian Defense Academy and were sent to 6 camps, specifically in Oke-Ako, Ekiti, North Senatorial District of Ekiti State. They were also sent to Benue State, Katsina State, Kaduna State, Zamfara State, and Borno State. In the camps, brand new pickup trucks, generators, and other materials were provided. Significantly, Nigerian Air Force helicopters were used to provide them essential supplies like food, water, drinks, and even arms and ammunition. And Nigerian Air Force helicopters still do this up till today. Evidently, Jonathan Goodluck supposedly lost the election in 2015 through an election organized by the INEC under a Fulani chairman, Professor Jiga, and General Buhari, retired, was sworn in as the president. This saw the emergence of a Fulani president through a doggy election. Hence, the planned violent war was averted. Contrary to expectations, the Fulani mercenaries in the various camps were abandoned. No more food and essential supplies. The relationship between Mayati Allah, El-Rufai, now a state governor, and Dambazo broke down. El-Rufai arrogantly declared that the Fulani mercenaries were no longer needed and they should go back. Consequently, the killings in Kaduna commenced as a warning to Nasir El-Rufai, but it did not bother him. He declared that he had paid the people carrying out the killings and they did not want to stop. The Nigerian police did not bother to call Governor El-Rufai to give further clarification on this public statement. The mercenaries at the various camps decided to go about to find food for themselves by robbing people, going into farmlands, and kidnapping for ransom. Mayati Allah made several efforts to contact El-Rufai and Dambazao to appeal to them to provide money to return these fighters to where they came from. All efforts proved abortive. The mercenaries at this point vacated their organized camps, metastasized into every nook and cranny of Nigeria, taken to crime. The criminal gangs which emanated from these mercenaries were at this point described as bandits in order to differentiate them from other notorious terrorist groups like Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and so on and so forth. Following the untold destruction and killings which the bandits carried out, especially in Katsina and Zamfara, the northern leaders, in conjunction with officials of Nigerian government, requested Mighty Allah to intervene and remove the bandits from Nigeria. Mighty Allah returned, demanding 150 billion naira to settle the bandits and evacuate them. The government turned the offer down and restricted itself to the payment of 100 billion naira, Nigeria's money. Mighty Allah collected the money and purportedly distributed it, but nothing changed. In a bid to control and manage the damage, President Buhari directed that Ruga initiative be set up to create colonies for these fighters in every state and local government in Nigeria. Why should every Nigerian suffer in petrified fear for life in the hands of Buhari's armed bandits? Armed banditry is nothing but a lingering phenomenon that came out of a botched Buhari coup d'etat, which became unnecessary because President Jonathan Goodluck unexpectedly considered the presidential election of 2015, ascertaining that his winning the election was not worth the blood of a single Nigerian. Nigerians now know who to hold accountable for all the murders, ransom extortions, rape, and other inhuman atrocities unleashed on Nigerians by Fulani armed bandits. It is Muhammadu Buhari. Any discussions on Ruga that precludes first obliterating and completely annihilating Buhari's Fulani armed bandits is a non-starter. Radical Islamist jihadism, including armed bandits, is never to be reasoned with, but it must be confronted. Thank you.